Hello everyone. This video provides an overview of the course activities leading up to the submission of the final project. I'll be referring to the course content folder in Blackboard, and I'll also be referring to the assignment summary sheet, which was sent out October 21st. I want to point out one thing that was changed on this, and that is on week 12, I had forgotten to list the reading assignment. And this is not one that I want to drop because both the Dirksen and the Kirkpatrick reading will help you with step 5. Okay, so let's look at where we are in the course. This is the course content folder. And as you know, this is where I've been posting assignments on a weekly basis. Let's begin with the week 10 folder. Week 10, we had a collaborate session in the evening. And this is the reading assignment that is on the assignment summary for week 10. I was a little slow in getting this blog posted, but the reading assignment has been in the syllabus. So I have it started for week 10, but I've given you an extension on the due date to November 10th. And this works like the other assignments that you click on the blog title and then create your own blog entry to answer the course discussion questions. So as you've been doing very well, you post your own little blog and you use it to answer the discussion questions provided. So that's the reading for week 10. Now let's look at week 11. Week 11, we're reading a little bit out of both textbooks, chapters 6 and 7 out of Dirksen, and chapters 5 through 8 out of Brown, Redier, and McDaniel. And here what I'd like you to do, again using the blog tool, is create a blog and provide a brief summary of each chapter. Identify a new learning practice you gained from each chapter. It is valid if you find that you have a chapter or two where you did not gain any new learning practice. I'm hoping that's not the case, but if it is, just be honest and put that. And then I'd like you to use the comment tool to respond to at least one of your classmates' blog posts. So this is in the week 11 folder. Let's go back to course content. Week 12, you will see, has the assignment portal. The research paper is due this week. That was originally assigned week 7, and the blog in the week 7 folder has the guidelines for the research paper. All of you provided some responses to your ideas about the approach you would take, and I have to assume that you're all ready to post your research paper this week. And that is where you'll do it. Now, step 4 was also due this week. I purposely had these both due at the same time because in step 4, you're integrating your research. Upon reflection, though, I feel that it would be best to give you all an additional week for your step 4 assignment. So what you have here is the rubric for step 4, and you can look at this in Excel, and let's open it up in Excel. You can look at it in Excel where you you can work on this yourself when you're preparing your step 4, editing in comments and making sure that you address each of these criteria. Again, we're going to start out with discussing the edits made based on peer feedback, applying relevant learning theories and appropriate citations for these theories, incorporating research, which you should have since you just did your research paper, and at least one sample lesson or interface mock-up should be part of step 4. And then demonstrate how the product or tool is usable, practical, and effective in addressing the targeted audience and learning goals to produce the desired results. This is a really important thing, that you close out step 4 with making a case of why you think the tool you're using is the right tool and the instructional strategy you're using is the right strategy to get the results that you're looking for, that you've targeted for your learners. So as I mentioned, it was originally due step 4, but we'll have this extended a week. And then in week 12, the reading assignment, which is again due next week, is reading chapters 8 and 9 from Dirksen. And then you're going to be looking online at Kirkpatrick's 4-level model for evaluation. This is not a long reading, but this is widely used by people who develop instructional programs, especially training programs, for organizing a procedure for evaluation. So I'd like you to provide a summary of each chapter, very brief, identify any new learning practice you gained from each chapter, or it could be new ideas about the evaluation, and then respond to at least one of your classmates' blog posts. So let's go back to the content folder. That's week 12. There's a lot going on in week 12, which is this week. You're being introduced to new readings, you're posting your research paper, and you're getting step 4 completed. Now we looked at week 11. I'm going to be showing you week 13. In week 13, you share your drafts for step 5. This is the drafts for your early evaluation plan. I realize that I also need to provide a blog post for sharing the drafts for step 4. So I will provide that in the week 11 folder. I think it's important for you to see how each other is handling these assignments, and also to get a chance to put something out there that you can get some feedback on. Here are the rubrics for step 5, available in Excel and PDF. PDF's nice if you want to print it. The Excel is an editable document, so you can use it as a working tool for you while you're creating the project. Let's go back to the course content folder then. You can see by week 13, the readings are done, and now you're focusing on just getting your project completed. Week 14, you'll be submitting step 5. And again, I posted the same rubrics here in PDF and Excel. This is the assignment portal where you'll post your step 5 evaluation plan. Let's go back to the course content folder. Week 15 is Thanksgiving break. I purposely did not want to make any assignments due this week, but if you have time, you can be thinking about the final course project, which is due December 1st. And that's in the week 16 folder. Week 16, here's the rubric for the whole project, and I'd like to step through this with you. Okay. In Excel format, this is what it looks like. Each of the assignments has, we're going back, we're putting everything together in the final version. So you're going back to step 1, looking at what was assigned there. So when I look at your final document, it will have all the pieces. And here's the rubric that will be used to look at the final submission. Let me show you what I mean really quickly in eCampus. The step 6 final submission includes 2 pieces. A document that pulls together steps 1 through 5 of your project in final form, and this is more a traditional paper. It would have references because of the references you've included in step 4, and throughout each of the steps there should be some research evidence supporting your design decisions and perhaps giving some background about your targeted audience. Part B of this assignment is a video presentation, 5 to 6 minutes max, that presents a project pitch. If you were going to sell this project to someone right now, you've got the design document done, you've got a sampling done, and now you want to take it somewhere to get hypothetical funding for it. You want to take it to decision makers who could decide to fund this project. So these are the 2 components. The narrative paper that includes steps 1 through 5 in final edited form, and a video pitch that's 5 to 6 minutes long. So in the assignment portal here, you'll be posting a link to the video, or you can embed the video, which some of you have been doing. Some of you have even been able to upload your videos if they're not tremendously large files. The link to the video is fine, and then also a document, which includes the edited and complete version of steps 1 through 5 with an introduction and a conclusion. And the next thing that you'll do is we have another blog post here where you're sharing your final presentation. And it works just like the other blogs. Here's the blog. You'll create a new blog entry. I encourage you to use the tools available in the blog to make it look good. This is your final posting. This is where you're presenting the final project. You'll have a link to your pitch. You'll have an upload using the file tool to your narrative document. And as is specified here, in the blog posting, in addition to the link or embedded presentation, your pitch presentation video, and posting a copy of your document, use the blog tool to provide an abstract summary of your presentation, about 250 words. You may include images in your blog from your design document or sample interface design so that your blog effectively provides a powerful introduction to your project. And everyone will be asked to go in and use the rubric as a guide to comment on each other's presentation. And in this case, I'd like everyone to look at the whole class. We're not a big class, and there's going to be some very interesting projects for everyone to take a look at and share feedback. People have been working very hard, and this is a chance to showcase your work. So that is what I wanted to show you. I wanted to show you where you can find things. Let's go back again really quickly to the rubric. In Excel form, you'll see that the point value for each of the steps totals 2. So there's 5 steps, 2 points per step. That adds up to 10. The rubric for step 6 adds up to 10, and that's how this final component is worth 20 points. So these are the criteria for reviewing your 5 to 6 minute video, and these are the criteria steps 1 through 5 for reviewing your narrative. Some of you may feel that it'll be very easy to put these 5 steps together. Some of you may feel like you want to go back and rework a few of the early steps. That is your decision, and based on the feedback you've gotten, you may not want to know what direction to go. Let's go back and close in eCampus. This is week 16. These are the final activities for the course, and I just wanted to give everyone an overview. So thank you very much, and we will be having one more Collaborate session for the class where you can ask questions, and I'll be sending out a reminder about that. So thank you very much.